Hello, welcome back. Game 3 of our triple header. We've got McKinnon Cougars men's taking on Sunbury Jets in some round 12 BigV champ action. Played once this year already, round 4. McKinnon got the win, 85 to 103. Fowler, a big statement in that game. 14 points, 6 rebounds, 11 assists, and 5 blocks from the big man. A mammoth game.
It's a bloody big game there for Shannon. I was lucky enough to be there in person watching him go to work. But, yeah, definitely a tough outfit with this McKinnon crew. With a couple notable absences tonight with Josh McQueen out. Nate Davis hasn't played in a hot minute with that ankle injury. But they do welcome Jordan Vandenberg back in this matchup, who was absent for the last matchup, I do believe. And Sunbury just looking to try and get a scalp here, to be honest. The Cougars doing pretty well this season. Sunbury hit and miss here and there, but Cougars looking to make it 3 from 3 here at the Den.
Yeah, big afternoon and evening here at GSAC. Youth men getting the win, champ women getting the win just then, and hopefully, for McKinnon's sake, 3 from 3 tonight, but definitely not going to be a walkover, that's for sure. Sunbury have had some pretty unfortunate results, but some good ones as well. They're sitting 9th on the ladder, 5 and 9 they are, so it's a bit of an awkward season, I think, for them, because 5 and 9 and sitting 9th on the ladder is not, I wouldn't say it's very common in sport.
It's definitely, like, I'm not sure which end of the spectrum it sits on in terms of good or bad, but look, they do have the offensive weapon in Joshua York-Fraser, who just scores the basketball. He had 26 points out last time these two teams met, but they can match that, the Cougars, with Shaquille Maharaj averaging 20 himself. So, I don't know, it could be an offensive powerhouse game, could be a shootout, could be defensive lockdown. I guess we'll wait and see.
I'm hoping for all of the above, if that's possible. If we can get everything all in one, that would be a pretty insane game to be able to view.
So the Cougars start Barry, Baird, Remo, Shannon, and Shaq. And did Sunbury just forget which way that they were going?
Fowler just... Gladden didn't actually jump in the jump ball. So Fowler just smashed it straight down to Barry for an opening 2 points of the game.
Not the way that you want to start if you are a Sunbury Jets fan.
No. Oh, great finish.
But that is the way that you want to start for Jeremy Ragg, assisted by Nathan Marshall on that one.
Great finish there. The reverse layup on the left hand as well. Awkward finish, but he got there. And there, yeah, Simon just got himself up in the air there, but there Fowler straight away, straight into him, and an absolute nasty feed to Simon. Unfortunately got the turnover, but that just shows why Fowler, last time out, 11 assists. All right, he's second in the team for assists, 3.2 a game. He can pass for a big man.
Does a little bit of everything. Very, very skilled import to have, definitely in this league, but wouldn't be any league in the country. As Kobe Baird tries to get fancy with that one to Remos. York-Fraser pulls up nice and quick. Oh, and mate, I don't know whether the ball was too high or he was too high, but there was a putback about to happen, and I don't know if Sunbury are going to guard Shannon Fowler at all this game, because he just keeps to be free.
Yeah, he obviously the jump ball was a good start for him. That's an absolute volleyball spike down to Barry. That should count as assist. That really should.
I would hope so. As York-Fraser lets one fly again, Fowler pulls down the deep board.
Yeah, York-Fraser averaging 23 points. We know that he does jack up a lot of shots for this Sunbury team. He's their main source of points. Gladden next with 18.6 points per game. And the man with the ball, Kirkman, averaging 13 as well.
And York-Fraser does get it up from 3. Has a terrific cut there from Ragg. Averages 9.1 3-point attempts per game, which is unbelievable. And the fact that his 3-point rating is below 50%. And again, the Cougars just walk into the key.
That's 6 quite easy points on that end for McKinnon to start the game. Not a great Great start defensively from Sunbury, but very early days.
York Fraser tries to put the moves on Baird and does. Shannon Fowler a little bit too late for the help on that one.
Tough finish, though, from York Fraser. Fully stretched out arm of Fowler, and he somehow got that sky hook to drop.
Remo from outside. No good. Rebound pulled down by Gladden.
Leads the team in rebounds, Gladden, 8.8 a game.
So the other notable exclusion for the Cougars tonight that we haven't mentioned is Geordie Gear, struggling with some illness at the minute, who does bring a lot of shooting to this team. Very good combo guard, and McKinnon Jr. So it would have been nice to see him out on the floor, but Kobe Baird more than happy to step into the spotlight and the starting lineup again tonight.
Yeah, more than capable as well. And Simon, another, I would say, pretty easy layup finish, really.
Yeah, thereabouts. Was pretty much just dribbled around the entirety of the Sunbury defence with his left hand and took a right-hand layup on the left-hand side, which the basketball fundamentalists would not be none too happy with. But if there's no defence there, why not use your predominant hand?
Yeah, I ain't gonna fault it. Went in. 2 points is 2 points in my books.
Gladden no good from three. Barry finds Fowler down low, and they go at it. It's a holding foul. Shannon Fowler's going to go to the line for two, and the foul's on Gladden.
Looked like a lot of contact down there from both players, going at each other. Like that early. Get some body-on-body contact down in the post. Fowler to the line for two.
He misses the first. He's 72% from the foul line on the season, so the stats would say this one goes in. Stay tuned.
You hope it does now. You said that.
Yeah, I know. He might bite my head off if this does miss. But it didn't.
You're lucky. Good, good. We love that. We love a correct statement before it happens.
We do love a correct statement before it happens.
Gladden doing some ball handling duties. Rag started hot, 4 points early. Oh, good fake from Kirkman. Can't drain the three, though. Simon out the other way. He's got Baird. Can't finish. And the follow-up. Simon just getting a few stats, extra stats there, I think. Could have put it away the first time, but take the extra rebound, I say.
Yeah, whatever you feel like, Remo. Just add a few numbers there as the foul's picked up in transition, and it'll be Sunbury ball, the sideline out of bounds, 20 seconds left on the shot clock.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate the extra rebound if you can get it easily.
I can't, so I'll let Remo take that one. As you got a back pick from the inbound, York Fraser popped to the three, guarded by Mitchell Barry, who's a well-known defender in this league. Forces Fraser to pass out of it. Gladden for three, lean back.
Ref says two.
Long two.
Ref ran passes with the 2 fingers down, so it was a great shot nonetheless. It was worth 3 points, that's for sure.
Was worth, but you just take the two on this occasion. Kobe Baird matched up with York Fraser, blows by him, and
just slipped out of his hand there, clearly.
Maybe needed the left hand on that one, but again, the Cougars walk into the paint with not much friction at all.
Rag doing well, just cutting through the paint there. He's done it numerous times and got some buckets tonight already. Something that you probably need to look at for McKinnon.
Marshall no good on that last attempt. Kobe Baird finds his way into the paint again. It's going to be deflected out of bounds. Cougars ball baseline. Levi Smith checking in for Mitch Barry. First sub of the game for both teams.
3 early turnovers for McKinnon so far in the first 5 minutes. Probably not what you want to start the game, but gee, they're getting some easy looks still. Simon couldn't finish on that one, but he would have loved to have a second chance at it.
Well, I just would hope that there would be a few more that would go in. As York Fraser misses a bunny under the rim, and he's been given a technical foul early in this first quarter. Maybe just some unpleasantries exchanged between him and the referee.
He's saying don't worry about it, so moving on.
We march on, so it'll be Remo to take the foul shot here. 72% from the line on the season. So as per the new technical foul rules introduced into Big V this season to realign with FIBA rules, it'll be the one technical foul shot and then the ball back to resume where the ball was at the time the foul was called.
Which is a McKinnon baseline ball at their defensive end.
Yep.
There you go.
Via Smith to inbound to Kobe Baird, back to Smith, and we're away. Bit of flare action. No one closed out on Remo, so we'll let it fly from 3.
And he'll nail it.
There was just no one in the vicinity to challenge that shot.
What we got? They've scored 15 points, and including the free throws, because they are 3 points.
They are.
All 15 of them have pretty much been 3 points. No tough makes yet for McKinnon.
Nice 45 cut deflected by Shaq Maharaj. Another backdoor cut, couldn't get it to go. Shaq on the transition, taken away, and perhaps a bit of wrist on that one. He's not happy with the foul call. But it'll be Shaq Maharaj to the line for 2.
Nathan Hayward rolling his arms around. Can only imagine that's asking for some tape from the physio.
Yeah, thereabouts. The Sunbury coach and the Sunbury fans asking for a travel here. And good on the amount of Sunbury fans that have made the trek out here for the triple header for their club.
Yeah, it's not around the corner for them tonight.
No, it's not.
We can't give you the exact minute total it takes to get here, but what would we say, about an hour?
Yeah, thereabouts, I would assume.
Hour north or south for them.
But either or, they've made the trek, they've done the job, but the referees will stick with their decision. So we're going to have 2 foul shots for Shaq Maharaj after we come back from this timeout. McKinnon lead the game 15-8 at the minute, just a tick over the 4-minute mark left in this first quarter. I don't think, well, it's not by lack of trying that this isn't a high-scoring affair at the minute.
No.
Both teams have missed a few bunnies here and there.
They have. Looking at the rebounds, McKinnon 9 rebounds, Sunbury just the 3 so far for the quarter. And I think that's due to, guys like Simon getting on the offensive rebound, getting on the glass, getting those extra second chance points, which is coach killer, those second chance points.
Yeah, you don't love to see it.
You don't want second chance points happening too often. So if that's something they can fix before quarter time, leading into the rest of the game, I think the coach Nathan Hayward would be more than happy with that.
You would hope so. But as you mentioned, we will resume here with Shaq Maharaj 2 shots.
Rolls that first one in.
Very good. And as good of a 3-point shooter, Shaq Maharaj is 8.9 attempts per game on 37%. You heard that right, from 3. He's only a 60% free throw shooter.
Yeah, I think he's too straight and just, what's the word I'm looking for?
I'm not quite sure, mate.
Anyway, he's more calm at the free throw line. A lot of his threes are just, manic, off balance, and he drains them. I think he's better when he's
If
moving.
you could step back from the foul line, I think he'd do it.
He would. He'd take a dribble and step back.
Is that legal? Might have to look into that one.
The dribble might not be, but surely you just got to stay in that semicircle, don't you? You shoot it from anywhere in there.
Yeah, perhaps we might have to look into that one. As Shannon, easily done enough in the paint, gives him the too small sign.
Puts the baby on him.
Which probably lucky the referee didn't see that one, because I believe that it's an automatic technical foul. So
there you go.
Well, good to get away with that one. Gladden tries to put the moves on Shannon. Great ball movement here from the Jets. No good on the mid-range. Cougars try to extend that 9-point lead now.
Simon bringing it down. Another pick down low action for Simon.
Oh. Fowler on the spin move, and they've called maybe a hook, some sort of an offensive foul.
Yeah, called the hook there on Fowler. Was a pretty slick move, but not legal, unfortunately.
think if he was any closer to the ring, he might have tried to throw that one down.
Yeah, to be honest, I think he was going to try and throw it down anyway. the way he plays, once he gets up there, he'll just try and throw it from anywhere.
Well, if you had hops like that, wouldn't you?
Of course I would. Who's saying I don't have hops like that?
The guy that coached you for about 2 years.
Yeah, not anymore anyway.
No.
Smith down the other end, good finish.
They come away with it, and it's an 11-point game now, the way of the Cougars. And a little bit of full court pressure here from the Cougars. It forces the turnover. Shannon Fowler wants to go all the way. Euro step.
Just doesn't roll in.
Wanted a foul call too. He did have Levi Smith wide open in transition there to help him out, but chose to go his own way. Pretty sure there's a car commercial with that song. It's Kirkman, rather, tries to find his rhythm from three to no avail. Offensive foul on Levi Smith. Drawn by Nathan Marshall, sliding his feet to get in front. And referee's not too happy with the amount of contact forced by the offensive player there.
Dylan Chain checking in for Sunbury. Marshall to get Sunbury through some offense here. They move well off the ball, Sunbury. They all seem to be moving on the fly, cutting to the ring. It's where most of their points have come from so far tonight.
You had it deflected out of bounds. 11 seconds on the shot clock here for the Jets to try and create something and bring this deficit back into single digits.
Up high. Oh, Rag was open off that down pick. Couldn't get it to him. Chain.
Thereabouts.
Fowler jumping.
Doesn't matter what you call him. He's got the footwork.
Great footwork. As we said in that women's game with Lytle's footwork, it is a underrated skill, having that nice footwork down low.
Very underrated skill and very, very well done from the young fella there. He is young, but he is tall.
He is tall. I mean, Fowler's bending over right now, but I'm pretty sure he's got Fowler covered.
I think so. You reckon he's a footer?
7-footer?
You reckon he's a 7-footer?
I need to see him and Vandenberg out there next to each other.
Yeah,
I think.
perhaps.
Then we might really get the height differential.
Or get me about 3 milk crates stacked on top of each other, and I'll let you know. It's Mitch Barry uses the ball screen to create some space here. Deflected and stolen by Rag, and in transition they go. Somehow, I think both teams just forgot where the ball was. As Luke Lindbergh checks in for his first minutes in this one. Shaq Maharaj on the push. There's one of those crazy shots you talked about, but he does get them to go usually, and on this occasion, he'll get himself to the foul line.
Bit of a chaotic minute or two here from both teams, really. Balls just bouncing around the court, players bouncing around the court as well. They're going everywhere.
Look, it is 8 p.m. at night, 8:15. It is about 3 degrees in Glen Ira Sports and Aquatic Centre, but we are here for hoops, and the players are hooping. So, or at least forgetting here and there where the ball might be. But a few crazy little bits of possession here. And speak of crazy, giving up an offensive rebound on a free throw as Luke Lindbergh muscles his way into the paint. McKinnon prodigy Lindbergh played all the way from under 12s here at McKinnon Cougars, the Youth League captain, getting some minutes here early on with the championship men here today.
That's a journeyman, that man. Under 12s and McKinnon Cougars all the way to the big time. That's what you want to see in basketball in Victoria, across Australia. You want your young guys, if they're not pursuing things overseas, you want them staying at their local clubs, doing as much as they can.
Well, and right on cue, he tries to get the baseline drive to go, but fouled from behind. I think it'll be baseline, out of bounds ball, McKinnon Cougars, or we've got 2 shots. I beg your pardon.
Bonus 2.
That is bonus basketball for the Cougars. So Luke Lindbergh will step up to take his first free throws of the night, and I believe his first attempts of the year for the championship men team.
There you go. And hits it well.
And he goes bang. He did go 4 from 4 earlier in the Youth League matchup. Had 15 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. And he goes 2 from 2.
There you go. So he hasn't cooled down over the last 3 hours.
Which I think is quite incredible considering the temperature of this building.
Tough finish from York Fraser. Must be a sauna out the back. He's been sitting in for the last couple of hours, I reckon.
So a stop and a score here for Sunbury will bring this back inside single digits, but Barry walks inside the paint. It's a hands foul on York Fraser, and Barry will head to the line for 2 as it's bonus basketball. First one is good for Mitchell Barry.
York Fraser and Maharaj getting chirpy down the court. All in good fun by the sounds of it.
Shaq Maharaj trying to let his game do the talking, and he'll guard York Fraser here with a bit of help from Mitch Barry, who gets the closeout on Skenderis. Has his first minutes of the game. No foul call. The Sunbury coach Nathan Haywood not happy as Mitch Barry finds a Vice Smith in the corner. No good. Stood out of bounds. It is. I don't know if it's coach killer territory, but it's.
I think it's more just annoying as a player. When
I think so.
You get an open look and it's. Oh wow. Oh, did not look bad. That shark. I was ready to get out of my seat for a second there. That was.
Shane gave it a decent crack, but you will know the man I am about to speak about. Anytime the great Darryl McDonald as a coach saw someone step out of bounds, I've never seen a man lose his mind quite like it.
Yeah. That sideline got a workout when someone stood out of bounds. He was running up and down it, jumping, screaming, doing anything he can just to make you feel a little bit bad about stepping out of bounds.
If you had the ball in your hands and stood out of bounds in the corner at Knox Basketball Stadium in Baronia, you were in trouble.
Yeah.
From Darryl McDonald.
Yeah, he was not enjoying those turnovers like that. For him, that is a coach killer.
Yeah,
that's his killer.
Not what you want to see, but we march on. So it's 28-16 here at Glen Sports and Aquatic Centre. So even after a not so pretty start for either team offensively, the Cougars managed to put out 28 points in that quarter, hold Sunbury to just a 16. It's a 12-point margin now. What do the Jets need to do to turn the Jets on?
I mean, you look, 7 turnovers is actually for McKinnon in that quarter, which is surprising. But 4 turnovers for Sunbury is not actually too bad. They're shooting 40% from the field, 0 from 8 from the three-point land for Sunbury, which they're ranked 11th in three-point percentage in the league, 31% as a team. Which really doesn't say much because McKinnon is second in the league and they're shooting 35%. So the league's very similar in terms of how they're shooting the rock, but they're moving around in terms of cutting without the ball, trying to hit those cuts. They're doing well moving the ball. It's just that last kind of little passage of finishing and trying to get those passes through, not trying to chew off too much.
Well, I just need to find a way to get some easy points, like the Cougars have found throughout that. Yes, there was some good defensive possessions from Sunbury, but for McKinnon to get up to 28 points that quarter and a few occasions where they seem to just walk inside the paint. And as you look over, Jordan Vandenberg has checked in, so we do get the Vandenberg chain matchup. I think it might be a 7-footer battle.
Possibly. I think Vandenberg, it's hard to tell with the hair. They need to shave it off so I can get a real good indication. But
they go right to the matchup, and in about 9 seconds of action, Jordan Vandenberg's picked up his first foul.
Yep. And just, I love the fact that both probably 7-footers, both wearing number 10.
How good.
It's fun. It's all fun and games.
It's in the column of things we love to see. As they almost went back to the matchup, and I'll tell you what, the Cougars are just getting deflections on all these 45 and backdoor cuts Sunbury are trying to get going here.
They're reading it well, which definitely I think would have been on the scout from Adam Walsh to watch those cuts and those little dish passes, because they are getting hands to it almost every time.
And Skenderis can't get that one to go from 3. Baird finds Lindbergh on the weak side of the floor, now the strong side. Levi Smith in the corner, doesn't step out of bounds, and this time gets that one to go for 3.
Drains it. See what happens when you don't step out of bounds, people at home. You drain the triples. Straight into chain down low.
And the two big fellas going at it early.
Betson drive. Oh, that's a...
Lindbergh hit the deck, and it's a no call.
But it's a turnover anyway.
Let the boys play.
I like that. That's a win-win situation, I think. You don't get the foul call, but you get the ball anyway.
And it will be Cougars ball, 31 plays 16. Kobe Baird looking for a punch screen from Luke Painenborg. Straight to Jordan Vandenberg, who plays with two-player action with Luke Lindbergh.
Mismatch down low now.
They want it, but they find Lukey P in the corner. Vandenberg, none too happy they didn't see the matchup. Might have got Shane in the back of the head. None too happy. They get the ball back to Gladden. Tries to put the moves on. Shane from court to court. No good on that one, and Luke Lindbergh pulls down the rebound.
Nice looking jumper though for a big man. Pretty smooth. Painenberg in the corner, getting hassled. Baird now with the Gladden matchup, which probably isn't what Sunbury wants. Smith.
And they find Lindbergh in the corner. He's no good.
Yeah, Shane doesn't look too comfortable, to be honest. So I think you're right. He's rubbing the back of his head a couple of times. He's definitely copped one somewhere along the line.
Maybe a case of better to be safe than sorry and get him out of the game. We do have Kirkman sitting at the interchange bench. What sport are we playing? He's sitting ready to sub into the game, but Shane does not look very comfortable at all. So, especially with the amount of concussions going around in sport at the moment, touch wood.
Hey,
that is a
dime.
Lob from the corner.
That's a great pass, great finish.
I mean, if you're that tall, just throw it up there.
Yeah. You could have just shot that, and if it airballed, it was a pass anyway.
Absolutely. And if I'm Shane, I'm probably just taking a foul here. He does not look too good at all at the minute. Still holding the back of his head, and I'd want to be careful with all the concussion stuff going around at the minute inside sport.
Yeah, yep. He'll get his breather. I'm sure he'll get it checked out. But rest is well needed, and some good minutes from him.
Yeah, very good minutes to start. It was enjoyable to see the Vandenberg-Shane matchup while it lasted, but as in most cases, safety first, Ryan.
Absolutely. Gladden at the line, makes the first. He's only a 43% free throw shooter. Gladden, which he goes 1 from 2 there, so I guess it matches up. Gets a lot as well.
There are times, stats don't lie, my friend.
He actually has the most free throws for Sunbury by 46 attempts. So he gets to the line.
Definitely does. We've got a hands foul early on the inbound. Coach Nathan Haywood none too happy. And almost a double team goes immediately to Kobe Baird. Painenborg getting ready to relieve the pressure. They find Vandenberg in the post almost immediately. Skip past to Remo and turns it over on the baseline drive.
Betson drive, fumbled, but falls into the lap of Gladden. Kicks it. Kirkman, not the best pass. Jacks it anyway and drains it.
Oh, no problem at all. I mean, when
Who
if you're a
cares about
shooter,
the pass, right?
if you're a shooter, you're a shooter. It's
You
30
catch it from anywhere.
Absolutely. It's 37.5% from 3 on 4.5 attempts per game is Kirkman, as Baird lets that one fly for 3, and it's probably the easiest offensive rebound Jordan Vandenberg going to get all night. As Remo finds himself with 2 quick O boards. Painenborg straight away 3. No good until Gladden finally pulls it down in the end.
Strong rebound from Gladden. Rag kicks it. Going to try and get to a set here, I think, Sunbury. Just great defense from McKinnon. They're just causing chaos everywhere on the court on that defensive end.
Well, it's just the deflections and the hand activity for the Cougars. Just continually getting after it.
They're reading it well. They know where the ball's going, and Smith drains another one. Keeps the hand up as well, just to rub it in a little bit. Timeout, Sunbury.
Geez, we spoke about Meg Cooper's three-point shots barely touching nylon. I don't know if that touched much at all.
No, that one was pretty clean, and he enjoyed it. He liked that one too. So, respect to you. If I hit a three and it barely hits anything, I'm probably pretty happy with myself as well.
No, very good, absolutely. So that's Smith up to 8 points now. Joins Remo Siman on 8 points as well. York Fraser yet really to get going in this matchup. Just the 6 points. Rag with the 4. It's up to a 16-point lead now for the Cougars.
Yeah, this is where Nathan Hayward obviously called a timeout, and I think this is kind of a point where you got to make a decision what you're going to do to try and change things up, because 16 points now could be 30 by half-time if they're not careful, Sunbury, because McKinnon seems to be pretty much doing whatever they want on the offensive end, and the way they're playing defensively, it's tough to get some good looks for Sunbury down the other end.
They can't get it inside. There's a lot of deflections, a lot of hand pressure on the cuts and ball pressure on the ball, but maybe it is from the outside that they need to get going. Only 1 of 11 from outside of Sunbury at the minute, and that lone 3-point goes to Cooper Kirkman, which wasn't just a moment ago. So outside of maybe 2 minutes ago, they were 0 of 10 from outside.
Yeah. You look as well, free throws 1 for 2 for Sunbury. McKinnon have got to the line 11 times already. We're a quarter and a half in, so the rest are calling the fouls. You just got to get yourselves into positions where you can draw them.
Just keeping an eye on Shane on the bench. He still looks a little bit uncomfortable with the back of the head / neck area, so we do hope he's okay. And not sure if we'll see him on the court in the rest of this context, maybe just to be safe, but we'll see how we go. Sunbury might have to do without them at the minute.
Kirkman as well, again, just finds a way to get a shot off.
There's a bit of contact down there, but referees decide to let them play through it, and Kirkman gets another one on the board. Painenborg plays through Fowler. Barry.
Better defense here. Dropped into a bit of a zone, but it looks like, I think, Sunbury. And they get the stop.
I don't mind the change-up. Cougars moving a little bit too freely in that first quarter and a half, and Gladden.
Good finish from Gladden. That's strong.
Strong against Shannon Fowler, an absolute contender for Defensive Player of the Year, or one of the nominees I would imagine as we head towards the end of the season. But, geez, that's a hell of a move to take the contact, fading away, use the bank. Square's there for a reason, right?
Yep. I can't say I used it very often. I went for the heroic nothing but net shots every time. That backboard may as well have been playing netball, I think. But he's done it, and he's converted from the free throw line. I think he could have almost given Fowler a little too small back to him if he really wanted to, but
if they wanted to play that game,
decided not to, and I think that's a smart decision, seeming you say it is an automatic tech nowadays.
I believe it is, as Luke Painenborg gets that one to go from 3, assist via Mitchell Barry, I believe, on that occasion.
Barry's second assist for the game.
Blocking foul for Kobe Baird, and we are on assist watch tonight.
We are on assist watch
for Mitchell Barry, flirting with 500 career BigV assists. So 2 down tonight. He's got 4 to go. We won't tell Mitchell. We won't tell anyone else. We'll just put. We won't put the Moz on it. We'll just tell everyone else that's listening to the BigV broadcast.
Is this tally accumulated youth league and champ men?
Yes, entire BigV. So it will be the same way that you tally BigV games played and total games played.
Yeah.
So a few milestones coming up for the Cougars, but we can't spoil all the surprises at once.
No, and let's hope Barry gets there tonight. Now that we've said that,
it's a great roadrunner catch and left-handed floater.
Shaq checks back in. And foul drawn instantly. Gladden's going to pick that one up. That'll be his second. Still 14 points.
Yeah, we'll see if he stays in the game here. But Sunbury just struggling to score consistently right now. 39 plays 25. Only the 9 points this quarter so far for the Jets. And 11 for the Cougars. So the Cougars +2 in this quarter. just tick over 4 minutes left to play.
Good hands from York Fraser. Couldn't finish the steal.
Fowler tried to put the moves on.
And again, got the tip, couldn't get it, and Maharaj follows up the O board, and there's his famous just off balance, chucks it up there, but they go in, don't they?
They definitely do. He does put up a heap of points per game. He, I don't know, he might be a Nike man, but just shoot it could be his own slogan.
Yeah, brand that, I think. Shaquille Maharaj, just shoot it. Get some shooting sleeves, make some wristbands, just make some money off it.
Why
just
not?
shoot it slogan.
But if you're putting up 20 points a game, who's to tell you off?
Yeah, but now that we've put that idea out there, percentage our way, thanks.
We'll be sure to hit him up for royalties. But just the 3 points in this game, 5 rebounds at the minute for Maharaj as Marshall, the Sunbury captain, heads to the free throw line, nails the first one. Second one's no good. A few players went in early, but I don't know, maybe culprits on both sides. So Mitch Barry pushing the pace now for the Cougars. Turnaround hook shot. Who said guards can't do hooks?
Yeah, well, I certainly couldn't, but he's on another level to me, that's for sure. Guys like us, we commentate. He plays. He plays ball.
Every player, or every person has their role to play in this great sport. So another cut, but no deflection there on that one. York Fraser, dribble pull-up from 3 is no good.
I tell you, Rag on those cuts has been open so much. Obviously, with the help defense, hasn't been able to score every time, but every time he cuts, he seems to have no one near him. So that could turn costly if we don't have that. Oh, Smith again.
Levi Smith goes bang for 3.
Stares York Fraser dead in the face as well, going down the court.
That's 3 from 3, I think, from Levi Smith.
He has hit 3 from 3. He hasn't missed yet tonight. 11 points. And Kirkman just sits it for him. 18-point lead. 2.5 to go. McKinnon in the bonus again this quarter, which is an issue for Sunbury at the end of this half.
And that last 3 from Levi Smith also brings up 3 assists for Mitchell Barry. So stay tuned for the rest of this game as York Fraser puts the moves on McKinnon. Movement here from Sunbury. Gladden. Right-hand drive. Another cut on the 45. No good, and Shaq Maharaj pulling down the rebound. They find Fowler in transition, and he wants to put it on someone's head, but he found the backboard instead. No foul call. Gladden maybe wanted it, but it's 2 points at Cougars. 46 plays 28 now all of a sudden.
Good finish from Marshall down the other end to kind of stop the kerfuffle that was going on there. Just an intense half of basketball we've got at the moment. Lots of contact everywhere as well. Sunbury definitely don't think they're happy at the moment, the way that the game's being called, but they just got to move on. They got to keep playing the game. They're down by 16. Minute and a half left in the first half. And it'll be 2 shots for, I believe it was Mitchell Barry that copped the foul, and
I think so.
They are not in the bonus yet.
No, it's baseline out of bounds.
Sunbury are in the bonus for the quarter.
Was it
My apologies.
Was it a cancelled score or just foul on the floor?
Foul on the floor. So they're going to go, one ref's pointing sideline, one's pointing baseline.
Well, I think the referee was wondering whether it was a cancelled basket. Yeah. So, and if it is a cancelled basket,
then it goes.
It's a violation, side ball.
Yes, it is.
Well, as coaches, we need to know some of these things.
Yep. Oh, no way, that's got stuck.
And it came down in the end. You don't see that too often, not at all.
No, I was going to say they blew it early. It did look like it got stuck there, but definitely wasn't a wedgie. So, as we say, the old wedgie in the rim.
Mitchell Barry lets it fly from 3. He knew that was good. He was off to the races as soon as it left his hands.
He started running. He's up to 11 points now. 11 points, 3 boards, 3 assists, and a steal to go with it as well, if you don't mind.
He just does a bit of everything, Mitchell Barry. As Remo takes that one away, might let it fly, but he goes fundamental over the front of the rim.
He's actually almost gone so far in between mindsets, he's almost just rim blocked himself. Unbelievable. Or York Fraser, that's a nasty crossover, but
maybe should have taken the midi.
Yeah, I probably would have shot it myself, but decided to do the team thing. Gets the steal though. Shaq tried to send that through the glass window, I think, but gets the foul call in anyway.
2-on-1 and he takes the layup all the way to the rim by himself. And I don't know if Kirkman would be happy with that decision.
No, well, I said at the start of this quarter, Maharaj and York Fraser were having some words. I think it was all in good fun, but you never know. At the end of the day, maybe there could be a little bit going on there.
We'll see. So, timeout McKinnon just here. We didn't mention actually, Lucas Carnell checking in for the Sunbury Jets, recent graduate from their under-18 VJBL program. So a couple of young guns getting in early in this game. Carnell stepped on the floor. Lindbergh stepped on the floor. I think we might have an Adriano Mandarino spotting. Another Youth League prodigy for McKinnon stepping into this one as it's 51 plays 30, and it feels like just like that, it's a 21-point lead for the Cougars.
Yeah, it's you probably didn't notice that the lead's blown out quite to that proportion, but the way the game's going, I think it's purely, I feel like McKinnon is just scoring at will, doing whatever they want down the offensive end. Sunbury are doing a bit better to keep active for themselves defensively, trying to push the ball, but they're just not hitting the scoreboard like how they'd want to be, that's for sure.
No, not at all, and it's just chipping away at the scoreboard. They had the 28 points in that first quarter, the Cougars. They're already up to 23 right now. Sunbury 16 points in the first, 14 points so far. This one with not much time left to play. So we have foul shots here for York Fraser. We do have first substitution of the game for Adriano Mandarino, another Youth League athlete who's already played today.
How'd he go in his matchup today?
Well, the Youth League team did get the win, so that happened.
That's all I need to know, really. He played in the win, so...
He did play in the win.
Chops? Is that still his nickname, Chops?
I don't know if he ever got the Chops nickname, but his older brother definitely did. He did have the 11 points, went 3 of 6 from the Land of Plenty in that matchup. So, bona fide shooter, and we see if he gets one going here. He's always going to catch and shoot whenever he can, but a little bit short on that one. It's double drag action here for York Fraser, trying to create some offense for the Jets. Oh, nice pass fake. Gets all the way to the rim.
Move from Captain Marshall. Good little finish there. Oh, good hands from York Fraser. He's speedy down to the other end. And wow, what a unique finish that was.
Yeah, quite. I think he almost piggybacked Mitchell Barry in the process, but...
Good little finish there for Sunbury. Cut it to 15 points in about 30 seconds. They brought it back there.
That's probably what they wanted. So it was a 16 points for them in that first quarter. They've eclipsed the 20-point mark here in that second quarter. So like you said, just brings it back to 15, which is probably manageable for Sunbury entering into the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. They need to, if they come out like they just finished that last minute or two, they'll chip away and slowly get themselves back into the game.
Well, we'll see how they go for the remainder of the game. We'll take a short break here at halftime. It's 51 plays 36. The McKinnon Cougars looking to make it 3 from 3 here against the Sunbury Jets at Glenara Sports at the Aquatic Centre. We'll see you back soon for the second half of the Championship Men matchup.
Rock and roll. All right. Second half action. Here we go. 51 plays 36. McKinnon in the lead. First half was a bit topsy-turvy. A lot going on.
Yeah, a little bit. Sunbury kind of let the lead get away from them a little bit. It was up to, I believe, 21 for the Cougars. But in that last minute or so, got it back down to the 15 points, which it is now. 6 lead changes still in this game, which tell the story early on. But it's been the Cougars pretty much in control since the first quarter, leading the way, particularly in the three-point category. They're 6 of 15. Levi Smith's gone 3 of 4 from outside. And the Sunbury Jets just 1 of 12 from outside. Yeah.
Not shooting quite at the standard they'd want to be in a half of basketball. But, I mean, I think that just kind of shows they're still shooting 44% from the floor in general, 64% from the two-point land. So that three-point ball, if they can drop, that lead could slowly disappear if McKinnon aren't careful.
Just a little bit of that and a little bit of rebounding, I think, the Jets might need. Currently minus 15 in the rebound count as well as the points category, but just for a moment as the three-point field goal goes for Captain Marshall.
There you go. As we speak about it, it happens. Spoke that one into existence well and truly, and that's exactly what they needed coming into the second half.
Well, manifesting, I believe, is the word for 2025.
Yes. Yep. Well, we were manifesting it. We were. We wanted to see if three balls go in.
We want a tie contest here.
York Fraser, if he has anything to say with it, will ensure it's a tight contest. And Rag just cutting to the ring again, which we've seen him do. I'd want to say it's a high amount of each possession. If there must be every possession he's cutting to the ring, which if you're in a spot where you can cut to the ring and get the ball, go for it.
Well, which does make it a little bit more funnier that that York Fraser wanted to kick that to the corner, hoping Rag would be there, but he's been cutting all day as Marshall takes that one away. But an uncharacteristic turnover, but another one to the tally of the Jets.
Kirkman.
Thought about the long ball, Kirkman.
Hey, there you go. Good move from Kirkman. 10 points now, just like that. Bit of a run to start the quarter. Sunbury, they've kicked off where they left off in the first half.
Absolutely. So it's the second player in the double digits for the Sunbury Jets, and Shaq Maharaj just shoot it. He opens his account from outside tonight. He's 1 of 2 from 3. That brings up 6 points on the contest. Kirkman goes again from outside. Good-looking shot. Kobe Baird picks up the board, and Shaq on the rim this time. No good on the lefty lay-in.
What a way to bring up your first three, by the way. Just the way he shot that.
Just shoot it.
Just shoot it slogan. We're going to start that here.
Well, the Cougars did a good job after Maharaj went down on the other end. So Sunbury played 5-on-4, but they forced the baseline ball here. Leaders only 13 now for the Cougars as Marshall goes again, but no good. Thought it was about halfway down through the rim. Cougars ball once again. Baird tries to find Fowler. Instead finds Barry in the corner. That's going to be a long 2 foot on the line.
That to me, if I was a coach, is a coach killer.
I hate long twos.
I hate the long twos.
Well, at least he didn't step out of bounds in the corner.
No. You'd rather the 2 points than step out of bounds. So you are right.
And this time, York Fraser finds Rag on the cut. And Marshall's going to go to the line for 2 here. So it didn't take too long, but now 2 players in the double digits for the Sunbury Jets. It's Kirkman and York Fraser with 10 points each. Barry up to 13 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Remo's got 10 and 6. Yet to see Levi check back into this one. But we'll see if he can continue where he left off, 3 or 4 from outside.
2 from 2 from Marshall there. Cuts the lead to 13. Started well here, Sunbury. First 2.5 minutes of the second half.
Get the ball down the Fowler down low. He's going to go to work on Gladden.
Good finish as well. No too small gesture there for that time for Fowler.
No, not on
Probably
the
for the
occasion.
best. Probably for the best, I think.
Probably. And Gladden doing his best not to pick up his third foul. Just sitting on 2 at the minute. Fraser trying to put the moves on Baird, and then it's Rag cutting to the rim again. Fraser from outside gets that one to go over the hands of Kobe Baird.
Like that one. Hasn't really started to get cooking for his standard, I'd say. Is that his first 3 ball he's knocked down?
I think that's his first 3 ball of the night. He was 0 of 3 before that, and there's not much more that you can do for that shot if you're Kobe Baird. Definitely had a hand in the face as Mitch Barry tries to bank one in from the corner. Gladden comes away with it, but if there's someone that lights out, like what more can you do to take away the shot?
Yeah, and that's probably going to be a flop warning, I think, on Maharaj.
Well, I'm not sure. There was no call on the play, and no referees gestured a flop warning. Pretty much both benches did not react. I don't think anyone in the building reacted to that apart from Shaquille Maharaj.
Yeah, interesting.
And holding call between York Fraser and Fowler down low. Didn't like the mismatch, but chose to foul instead. The only person gesturing for a flop warning is Coach Nathan Haywood, but they haven't given it to anyone just now.
No, he's gotten away with it there. Maharaj, clearly enough contact to be worthy of hitting the deck.
Well,
Fair enough.
We talk about it all the time. Those charge or block calls are the hardest ones to make.
Absolutely.
For the referees in the game, as Fowler and Rag scuffle for it. Rag comes away with it, and there's a foul on Remo, it looks like.
Good hustle there from Rag. Gets the ball back for Sunbury. Gee whiz, stumbling me words there a little bit. Wow-wee. It's late night, isn't it? It's 9 o'clock.
It's got to 9 o'clock already, and thereabouts halfway through the third quarter of this third game here at GSAC. And great 45 cut to the rim. Couldn't get it to go. Marshall, another kick out for Kirkman. No good, and
Maharaj just clipped Marshall on the way through.
A little bit overzealous on the offensive boards there, but don't think he got hit too bad in the head. But just on that subject, we do look over that Dylan Shane has the long sleeve, or has the hoodie and the polo back on, so it doesn't look like he'll be checking back into this one. But yeah, better to be safe than sorry with the head at all times.
Yeah, absolutely. In this day and age, you've got to be very careful with how you treat those head knocks, no matter how severe.
So a few subs here for the Cougars. Shaq Maharaj and Kobe Baird taking a rest. It'll be Levi Smith to see if he's got that hot hand still checking in, and Luke Lindbergh come in as well. And Levi's picked up a quick foul.
Was that Gladden with the strong finish there, I think, was it?
Uncharacteristic with how they've called the game thus far, but nevertheless, Gladden will go to for the moment to match the size of Big JV, and size put on display there with a one-handed rebound, not even leaving the ground.
Yeah, that's just pure size there from Vandenberg.
It's Kobe Baird. They go under the screen. He says, I'll punish you for that. Didn't go on that occasion, and now we've got a foul on the rebound.
It's going to go against Betson by the look of it. It's going to stay McKinnon's way.
Yeah, Sunbury foul, I believe. Betson checking back into this one for his second or third stint, but does pick up a foul. It's an early one for Sunbury. The one thing you don't want to do is get into foul trouble.
In a game like this, absolutely not.
They probably want the reverse to happen and have the Cougars in foul trouble. But as Mitch Barry
again
goes bang, brings up 19 points on the night for Mitchell Barry.
He's having himself a night. He's not typically a scorer. To be honest, in this side, everyone can score, but he's more the facilitator. But tonight he said, you know what, I'm just going to go and get myself some buckets.
Speaking of scorers, York Fraser's just put 2 more on the board. He's up to 18 now. Great float game from just below the foul line. Remo finds Baird. Back to Remo under the rim. Lefty layup on the right-hand side. Maybe it's opposite day, I'm not sure.
For him it is, clearly, because he doesn't seem to know what he's doing in terms of which hand to use, but it's working for him.
Well, I'll tell you what he does know how to do is put the ball in the rim.
That's why he's playing.
Absolutely, and he's up to 18 points now. York Fraser no good on that attempt. Barry pulls down the rebound. Kick ahead to Lingberg.
Vandenberg doing what he does best, facilitate that offense. Simon. Yeah, York Fraser just got his arms in there.
Yep.
Foul going to be called on him.
I do appreciate the look on Kirkman's face. It was a legitimate jaw drop.
And yeah, he's still saying wow. I imagine he must be talking about something else.
I'm not too sure. Maybe he had a different angle to the referees on that occasion, but it's going to be a Sunbury timeout here.
Yeah, we had a good angle on that one. 10 points. 8 minutes to go. 10 points, 75-65.
Absolutely. So
York Fraser, little floater game there to get his quarter started. Barry draining that triple. Simon with his inside out finishes on opposite day. I think in terms of Sunbury chipping away at this lead, it's going to start on the defensive end for sure.
Absolutely. Like we mentioned, they were able to put the ball in the hole last quarter, but just couldn't get enough stops, still allowing the 21 points for the Cougars in Q3 of this one. But back out to 10 points, double-digit lead, which I'm sure Coach Adam Walsh and the McKinnon Cougars is going to be far happier with than how the third quarter went. But timeout now for the Sunbury Jets. Coach Nathan Haywood, what's he got for the Jets to try and turn this one around?
I think you look to your guys like Marshall and York Fraser, who clearly they're going to carry them on the offensive end, and their team defense that they played in that third quarter, that's got to keep going for this last quarter with 8 minutes left. As we saw in that third quarter, getting the stops on the defensive end for them turns into getting some points down the other end, but they got to get the stops first.
Absolutely, and
you can score as much as you want down one end, but if you don't stop the other team at the other end, it doesn't really do anything.
It's the aim of the game, isn't it? And it's Kirkman who probably is the one that needs to step up here for the Jets. Averages 4.3 three-point attempts at 37%.
Simon, that does not help Sunbury's case, does it?
No, not at all. Not at all. But Kirkman just has already put up 5 attempts and only hit the 1. He does have the 11 points. But if you're Sunbury and you're allowing Remo to hit those kind of open threes, it's not going to do much for you. But Gladden does his best to keep the scoreboard ticking for the Sunbury Jets.
Absolutely. As we said just then at that timeout, though, you still got to get the stops on the other end. Scoring down your end and Simon again. If that goes in,
He's
my
hot.
goodness.
He's hot.
He is cooking.
That's unbelievable for Remo. That's
5 threes, 24 points, is it for him?
Yeah, that's 5 of 6 from outside.
Yeah, he's on another level.
Incredible.
At the moment. Stepping up when you've got your guys like Maharaj who haven't quite got cooking yet, and him and Mitch Barry especially have stepped up massively on that offensive end.
Fowler gets right to the rim. Great little, I don't know if it was a brush screen by Mitch Barry.
Whatever it was, it worked. And we respect it.
Freed up Fowler to get all the way to the rim on that occasion, but it's back out to 16 now is the lead for the Cougars. I think referee's just going to chat about this, whether it meets the criteria for unsportsmanlike foul. There's no one in front of Gladden on the cut, and
if you're going to be honest, unless he misses a bunny there, it's more than likely going to be a 2 points if he gets that catch.
Yeah, likely. And I think it just needs to be a legitimate play of the ball to be able to call that a regular foul. But they're going to go with the unsportsmanlike foul. Luke Lindbergh picking that one up. So
it'll help Sunbury's case if they can knock these two down and get another bucket when they get the ball back here.
Yeah, so that's effectively the only bonus here. They'll get the 2 shots for the unsportsmanlike foul, but then they will get the ball back. Gladden's no good on that attempt.
Heard a little whistle through the headset then as he went to shoot that one.
Yeah, not sure where exactly that came from, but 70% foul shooter is Gladden.
Knocks the second one down. 15-point game.
And they could really use a bucket here, the Jets, if they can capitalise here.
Yeah,
be
absolutely.
A 4 or 5 point turnaround in not much time off the clock at all. Back screen, York Fraser. Gladden trying to put the moves on Fowler. Haven't seen that much at all today.
And Rag just throws it straight to Barry. Barry almost tripped over himself and the ball.
Trying to get a handle on it, and I think it's hands foul on York Fraser.
Barry has just quietly snuck up to 5 assists as well somewhere along the line. So
didn't not even notice that.
Neither did I. So one more for his 500th. And someone's fouled off. Who's that going to be? York Fraser.
York Fraser. He's all of a sudden at 5 fouls. That one must have slipped through as well.
Yeah, when the game moves quickly, we sometimes can't quite keep up with the information that's coming through our way.
No, but that'll be the last of the night we see York Fraser.
That's a big hit now when you got 6.5 left, trying to do a comeback. It's Simon again, just can do it all.
Pretty much.
Silky smooth.
Great floater there.
That one as well. Right-hand floater on coming down the left-hand side of the key. So I think we have our answer there.
Well, the question we need answered now is 500 career assists. It's not a question, but it's 500 career assists for Mitchell Barry. The question we need answered for the Sunbury Jets is who is getting, with York Fraser fouled out of this game,
yeah,
who's going to be to step up? Is it Kirkman? Is it Gladden? Is Marshall going to turn things around? The captain.
It seems like the last couple minutes especially, it seems like Gladden started to pick up the pace a little bit with his scoring down the offensive end. And Marshall, obviously, we know that third quarter, if he can get some of that touch back, will help Sunbury slowly chip away at the lead. But we say that's back out to 19. I feel like it was a 4-point
Just
game
a moment
not long ago. So
well, that's the question. That it's 19 points now. This game has been going up and down, the lead fluctuating as we go. Is it time to roll the dice on maybe a shooter off the bench in Skenderis, or Zach Martinez hasn't touched the floor yet and he can absolutely put that thing in the hole. So I don't know. Is it time to kind of roll the dice on this one, or just trust your main guys?
I think you can trust your main guys for now, but I think you've got to look to your guys like Skenderis, who looks like he's checked in for York Fraser after that foul. Mm-hmm. He can shoot the rock. He hasn't been able to tonight, but if you're going to trust your guys, you trust those shooters to maybe hit a couple quick triples and try and get themselves back into the game very quickly, because the longer your offensive sets take here, the more likely, oh gee whiz, oh no, the less likely it's going to be that you can come back.
There's been so much action here tonight.
It is 9:30, guys. It's 9:30. We are getting to the end of the night. It is almost bedtime, but we got some basketball left to watch.
Once they find Kirkman on the roll, kick out Skenderis. Can he get his first one? No good. He's 0-5 from outside now after that attempt.
Just struggling from beyond the arc, Skenderis. We'd love to see him knock one down to try and get themselves back into it, and that's going to be a foul on Simon. That'll be his third.
We're not sure who the foul was on. The referee's going to come together just to discuss it and make sure we are on track. And it's an unsportsmanlike on... Was it on Kobe Baird?
I don't know who they just called that on. It looks like they might have called it on Kobe Baird. I'm not actually sure where he was.
No, I'm not 100% sure. So
that's why there's two refs out there watching.
Yeah, good thing there is.
They can see the whole court.
Well, it could be the one thing Sunbury needs to turn this around. But congratulations to Mitchell Barry, bringing up the 500 assists, 500 BigV assists for his career. So very well done. He sits third all time on the McKinnon leaderboard, just underneath his teammate Geordie Gear.
Geordie Gear still above him after his stint away.
After his stint away as well, but I believe Geordie, I don't know, may have eclipsed that milestone already. I think he may have, but he is sick tonight, so he's staying home away from everyone, which is probably for the best. Maybe not the best for the McKinnon basketball team in terms of the talent that they're missing without him on there, but that looks...
They've done all right without him.
Yeah, I think they're doing just fine without him. So 17 points now it is for the Cougars. They look to extend it here, but they've just thrown that one away, or almost. Tipped out of bounds by Rag. They find Fowler down low. He goes to work on Gladden. Spin move again, gets it to go, and one. It's a quick spin move, isn't it, Ryan?
It is a very quick spin move. That would get your washing done pretty quickly, spinning like that in the washing machine if he could do that for us. But yeah, that's hard to stop when you're spinning that quick, and to actually spin like that and still finish at the ring without stacking, I'd be falling over if I was trying to spin that quick.
Waste no time getting to the rim. So Remo Simon and Mitch Barry going to take a seat here. Shaq Maharaj checking back in, as does Adriano Mandarino, the three-point specialist. And the lead is back to 20. Cougars bring up the 90-point eclipse. Plays 70 for the Sunbury Jets. So even with their scoring woes, they've still been able to put up 70 points so far. And what a find at a no-look time from Nathan Marshall, and who else will be cutting to the ring other than Jeremy Ragg?
Yeah, of course. That's how he started his night, and he's going to hope he can finish it like that, because that's what he's got. 6 points, and all 6 of them are off cuts like that from the baseline. So
he's done very well tonight as Levi Smith looks to add to his three-point tally, and that's 4 on the night for Levi Smith.
He's up to 17 now off the bench as well. When you got scoring like that coming from the bench, it's always a nice little treat for yourselves.
Absolutely. And Kirkman making that look a little bit too easy on the paint penetration there. But he is tough to stop. A Shaq lets that one go from way downtown.
Goodness me. Honestly, for someone that is having an off night, to come into the game after not playing for a fair while. He's had a big stint on the bench, and he's just jacked that up and hit nothing but net.
Incredible.
Insane.
Well, Skenderis is 0-5 from 3, and then he tried his luck with a long 2, and that didn't go either. So ice cold for Skenderis tonight, but defensively still making an impact in the absence of York Fraser. Poked from behind, I believe it was Rag. And I think... Oh, we've got another substitution here. So Shannon Fowler going to take a rest for, the rest of the night that we think. And Hugh Romance checking back in for this one.
So yeah, is he a youth league boy, Hugh Romance?
No, he's not. He's championship men only athlete is Hugh Romance. So chose to come back to the Cougars this year and develop and as an athlete, and does have some really good nights of practice over the time he spent with the Cougars this year. But a little bit deeper is their roster this year, the Cougars. So.
Yeah.
Kobe Baird will take a rest now, and Luke Painenborg coming in, and it looks like it's empty the benches o'clock as Jeremy Ragg takes a rest. Jack Betson coming in, and Zach Martinez for his first minutes of the game, along with Lucas Carnell. Only played the 90 seconds thus far, so I think 24 points will do it. I think, for both teams, is Martinez. He's been sitting down all day.
Yeah, that's
since the youth league game about
can't blame
what's that? 5.5 hours ago. So
yeah, it's been a while.
He's pretty cold.
Been a long day.
So find Luke Painenborg from 3 in the corner. Romance challenges the O board. He's picked up Levi Smith, and right on cue, Hugh Romance.
There you go. Nice little finish. You love getting easy looks like that from your guards passing it to you on a silver platter.
Absolutely. Middle ball screen, Martinez and Gladden. Martinez does find Gladden. He's not too cold to find the roller for a potential assist, but fouled in the act of shooting, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, he obviously thought the pass was the best option after that first attempt, which I do not blame him.
Well, he's done well.
A flashy pass like that.
He has done well. So 18 points was the first margin, was the margin back in round 4 last time these two teams met, and Cougars have brought up the century, raised the bat.
Their ton.
And it's out to 26. Trying to make it 25 is Gladden. He does just that.
It really has not seemed like a 25-point game, has it, though?
No.
Across the 4 quarters. It seems like it's been a lot more evenly contested than that, but McKinnon have clearly just pushed this lead out a lot in this last quarter.
Adriano Mandarino on the pull-up is no good, but Hugh Romance pulls down.
Make the most of your minutes, Romance.
Absolutely.
Maharaj, that's his 11th rebound. See, he's after all that has happened tonight, he's still got 11 and 11. Unreal.
Incredible scene. So it's 102 plays 75. Gladden putting the moves on Romance. Step back triple is good. That
was a clean one.
Maybe
I enjoyed that one.
Used a little bit more of that. So throughout this whole game, but that was pure as Levi Smith pulls up for triple number 5.
20-point game for Smith.
That is incredible. What a shooting display so far from the Cougars tonight, namely Levi Smith and Remo Cement.
Yeah, I mean, shooting 50% from three-point land as a team, that's impressive.
That is incredible. 16 of 32. Chain comes in for his last stint to relieve Byron Gladden. Carnell puts the moves on, fouled by Adriano Mandarino, I believe it was, in the act of shooting. So he'll go to the line for 2 to try and bring that deficit back to 25 rather than 27. I'm sure Lucas Carnell would love to do that for the Sunbury Jets.
Absolutely. I'm sure he'd love to get a bucket as well. That's his first points of the night. So there you go.
He's done very well, Lucas Carnell.
2 from 2. Honestly, with this minute and a half left on a cold night, when you've been sitting on the bench, coming in and trying to shoot free throws, your arms and your fingers, and even your legs trying to bend down, oh, goodness me.
No, he has done very well. Had himself the 9.7 rebounds in the Youth League matchup earlier today. Adriano Mandarino went 3 of 6 from outside, but couldn't get that one to go for his first triple of the night with the state championship men. But he does get the deflection there playing against Carnell. A little bit of a mismatch. They wanted to roll it inside. So it'll be Jets ball again. Dead corner on the sideline. 16 seconds on the shot clock.
What's this chant I'm hearing?
I'm not sure.
We want someone, they're saying.
We want someone. I'm not sure who. Maybe Shannon? I'm not sure.
Don't know who the kids are asking
Neither.
for.
I'm not
but,
sure. They're not asking for you or me. I'll give you the hot tip.
No, that's for sure. So I think Adam Walsh is just going to let these guys play it out. And that'll be Maharaj's 5th foul.
Done for the evening. The referee took a little while to see what was going on, or what foul exactly she wanted to call, but it'll be a holding foul. Shaq Maharaj done for the night, and Kobe Baird checks back in, which I think he was comfortable sitting down. So
yeah, see, that's just, you kind of, when your name gets called in that position, you kind of just look at the coach like, you'd rather just play with 4 in the court last 50 seconds, or
like
someone else
just about
maybe?
to put my hoodie on.
Yeah. Like, you probably looked down the line. Vandenberg said, "Don't even bother looking at me, mate. I'm cozy. I'm ready to go home."
Love it.
Fowler probably would have had a crack again, I reckon.
Yeah, potentially. Is Skanderis. It's a foul, that last foul shot to go, and Kobe Baird, middle ball screen with Romance.
Romance, there
back
you go.
Again.
6 points in 4 minutes for Romance. Good little stint at the end of the game here.
Very productive TSU Romance. A little undersized compared to Shane, but a lot more mobile as opposed to Shane.
Gee.
Just playing water polo underneath the rim.
One hand is all he needed there there you go. Just get that offensive rebound, get another one, get some points on the board.
That is incredible. And it looks like Levi Smith will dribble this one out as the McKinnon Cougars go 3 from 3 with the Youth League men, the state champ women, and the state champ men here tonight at the Den against the Sunbury Jets. It's the championship men taking this one out, 107-83, and it was a 4-point game at some point in the third quarter. It was a 21-point game some point in the second quarter, and somehow we've ended back up to 24 points.
That lead just fluctuated up and down all game, and McKinnon has blown it out in the end, 24-point victors, and they're back here tomorrow for another game against Blackburn.
Yes, they do, yes. So it'll be Sunday hoops action at Glenara Sports and Aquatic Centre. It'll be the championship women at 12 p.m. against the Warrandyte Venom, and the championship men at 2 p.m. against the Blackburn Vikings. Both of the Youth League teams away at the Bulleen Boomers, so I won't be here to support you, Ryan, but you'll be back on the commentary tomorrow.
I'll get another fill-in then, seeming no one wants to commentate with me anymore, so I'll find someone else for another game, but we'll be right.
I do enjoy the commentary, but I also do enjoy my coaching. So
yep. They need someone, so.
It's been a pleasure having you with us here tonight for 2 of the 3 Big V matchups here for Big V 25 at the Den. Ryan, absolute pleasure. Enjoy the day tomorrow, and we'll be seeing you next time.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, everyone.